G'day everyone, Gooba here with another Torchlight Infinite Outlaw Season video. Yesterday I did a bit of a rage video. I was getting sick of dying constantly and it was really, I guess, pissing me off. So instead of, I was pretty close to uninstalling the game, honestly. I was absolutely sick and tired of dying over and over again. And someone in Discord said, hey, Sammy has posted a build guide in the game. Sammy was the guy last season that really got me interested in Boom again, because he clears SS20 each season, and you know, he's really good at Boom Moto. But it's not the it's not the chase items that he goes for in his builds. It's always back to basics. And this season he's hitting for 3 trillion. So he's doing really well. And his build guide says that he can face tank SS20. So I went back to my other alt. I just listed everything up for sale again. I'll just stick with Boom Moto for the rest of the season, I think. And I just want to make the character work. And I just want... I probably won't play Boom Moto next season. So I'll just get Boom Moto as far as I can this season. I realise a lot of people have stopped playing already. So there's no real pressure on me to produce videos for the majority of the players that just like push into deep space really quickly. So I'll probably just make videos upcoming about what I am enjoying doing at whatever point in time. Like right now, I'm no longer in Profound, as I have modified some of my gear just so I can transition into this new build without, I guess, needing to farm on a build that's not really that fun right now. So I still have some of the gear from my other Boom Moto, but I have crafted some other stuff. So the helmet and the neck is using a truth, which is like 5k, whatever, so that'll come later. The helmet, it's still just, I don't have much currency right now, but that is a crafted slot. Everything is crafted on his build, except for the neck, which is a truth. So I think the freedom of knowing that you just need crafted gear, I like that, I guess. I don't hate the crafting in this game. And as you can see, my gear, well, that's from my other character, but it's pretty okay. The rings are also from the other build, I guess. But it uses 2 wands instead of a split cannon. And it uses machine guards, and I actually prefer machine guards because I think they look cool. But my damage currently is kind of woeful. So I'm doing about 10 billion, 11 billion DPS. So I'm about, 450 billion less than I was. However, it's quality of life. So let's just quickly go over Sammy's build. I probably shouldn't do this because I'm still trying to get the gear and I don't want other people to, take it. But as I said before, it's mostly crafted gear, so it's not too bad. Now, there is a clear vision in the gear. Just get tank. So max ES, energy shield, any element, max res. So 90% all res, which is awesome. You need sealed matter compensation on the chest and the helmet. And then just tank stuff. Support skill levels. Into here, ES, seal compensation, aura effect, and resistance. Gloves, resistance. Belt, minus damage taken at low mana. It's all reserved, so you're always at low mana. Extra defense, and it's only it's a +8 aura effect and +1 all skills. That's really cheap. I've got indifference on mine, but my belt is nowhere near this nice. And just more tank. The boots are expensive, but you know, what can you do? I'll get that later on. The ring, just very basic, just command, max ES, added physical damage to minions, double damage, more command, minion max life. The other one is just more of the same. The stats are pretty important. And then his weapons, I admit, are freakishly good. +7 minion skill level when moving, inflicts 1 stack of slow on yourself. That sounds really bad, but you just get a hero memory with immune to slow. So this downside doesn't actually do anything. It's just +7 minion skill level, which is crazy. I don't know how hard that is to get, but you know, this is a very end game item. Onto the slates. These look really insane. That one's probably a good example of one that's not that expensive. So if we just make that 2, make this 1. So that's about 20 FE. Now, if you just look at all of what I did, I just went through and I just wrote down in Notepad what each of the major ones are. So it's just a bunch of converts physical damage to elemental damage, additional damage applied to life, +1 synthetic troop skill level or minion skill level, and then additional damage if you've used a synthetic troop skill recently. And that's pretty much reflected on every single slate. So you'll see this one, it's minion skill level and additional damage. And that one, why is nothing coming up? There should be heaps of these. Weird. When I looked yesterday, there was heaps, but they were like 600, 800 FE. All I did is I went in here and I just added a conditional group with any 2 of the 5 legendary options, and then you just search that. You go through and you can find them for 5 flame elementium, which is crazy. 30 FE. They are going to be pretty pricey to get perfect, but if you look at mine, when I did it, I didn't really have much FE when I was doing it. So mine are actually terrible. I've got the 2 up here, but nothing else is what it's meant to be. So I've basically got all these extra ones that are just completely wasted. So these have to be command, if you can get it, which is just a matter of spamming that. But upgrading these into the Transcendence Wedge ones are probably going to be a fair bit of RNG, but then if you want to get really, really technical on the fixed talent nodes, you could just improve your odds. Sorry if that's hard to see, but I've basically just got the 5 legendaries here, and when you're upgrading it, if you want to use a divinity fragment or slate or whatever it's called, when upgrading it, you can target what you are trying to upgrade. So I'll use God of Machines for an example. If you were using this slate as an example, it's got +1 synthetic troop skill level, so you can't get +1 synthetic troop skill level down here, so that is one of the ones that you have to craft on. So you just go to the affix list, and if you use a God of Machines divinity when upgrading this, you basically have a 1 in 3 chance of hitting +1 minion skills, and that is the same for the other ones. So additional minion damage applied to life. 2 of these, so the convert and the additional damage applied to life, are in the same batch. I think it's machinist maybe. So there's a 2 in 5 chance if neither of these are on the slate already. Additional minion damage and +1 synthetic troops skill level. They are both in the same pool, I guess, if you are using the divinities as well. So there's a 50% chance of hitting one of those on the first one. Obviously, the next one is a 1 in 3 chance, but that's something for much, much later on. If I just want to get a little bit stronger for right now, I could copy my other slates, roughly, and I would just have one of these these set, and then I could just have minion max life, command, and well, 2 lots of command and minion max life until I have the currency to go for the legendary slates, and that would improve my damage a lot, which honestly I might do if I have some currency on me. I've got 800 FE, that might be enough to hit something, but I'm about to do another 100 map test just on Dream in T8, so I might let's do the wedges and see how horrible it is. So Transcendence wedges, they're 11 F each. Let's grab a few of these. That's too many. 28's probably okay. We'll have a go at upgrading some of these and see if any hit. I'll be a little bit sad if they don't. So I'll go with this one, Synthetic Troop. If I had the divinity packs, I can put them in here, and that will give us that 2 in 4 or 1 in 3 chance, whatever. Otherwise, it is just a gamble, and we just go for it. So we've got restoration effect, so not very good. It's not worse than it was because it wasn't giving me anything anyway. And the other one is damage transferred to minions. That's not horrible. I can go ahead and restore that for Unifying Wedge, but as you saw before, the cost of these slates is really quite small, so I'm probably better off just binning this and getting a new one. Let's try another one that is equipped. Horrible. Horrible. Let's do one more, and if this doesn't hit, then I will stop wasting. Horrible. And horrible. So that was not the way to spend your currency, for sure. And I should have just bought some of the Transcendence wedges like I was going to. They're 0.15 each. We can get $9.99. So when I did this on the other character, just rolling for, well, other build, just rolling for the command, it was really quite expensive. So we just want to go through and try and hit something useful. Minion damage. So there we go. We hit command on that one, which is good. And immediately command on that. So +4 command is really, really nice because each command is 3% additional damage. So 4 times 3 is pretty decent. I nuked that one. I nuked that one. This one I haven't nuked yet. So let's re-roll this one. Alright, so I've just gone through and used the rest of that, those wedges. 300 FE worth of wedges got me 2 slates, which aren't too bad. Shame about these ones, but it is what it is. I'll just get back to grinding and... okay. Flame fuel drop quant, nice. Use 30 wedges and 1 unifying wedge. I don't really want to waste those, but I guess I can do this. I need to use 11 more for that. See if we hit anything. Focus blessing stacks an int. 250, not bad. Spell block, probably not. So that looks like it. Didn't really get much from that. I could just use one unifying wedge now. How much are they? 55. I only want one. Come on, give me one. Do I even have 50 FE? Yeah, 57, whatever. It's for the progress. Let's reset one of these ones that I stuffed. Oh, 2 command. Hey, nice. I hit one of the ones that I need. So that's pretty close to being done. With this one, when I do this, I probably won't do that because there's a fairly high chance that I just stuff it. Then I'll just need to go back to the affix list. Is there a way of just going back to the one that I was on? Come on, man. It's got convert, +1 synthetic skill troop, and additional minion damage. So looking at this, it's got this synthetic, it's got convert, and it's got that. So I need one of these two. It's already got one of these. That is now a 1 in 4 chance. That is a 1 in 3 chance. So if I was doing this, ultimately I would want to grab a, it is the minion skill. So I need a God of Machines Divinity. Let's just quickly see how much those are. $188 per attempt. Don't even know if I've got that much. I do, so let's just do it. So I can see I probably should have left enough to buy the stuff for the test that I'm doing. So this will give us a 1 in 3 chance of hitting the +1 minion skill. That wouldn't be completely horrible. Worst case scenario, we get sentry damage. And there we go. So we've got 8% movement speed, energy shield, charge interval. So it's really just 8% movement speed, but it's better than sentry. So anywho, optimizing that will be a lot later when I have a lot of currency and I'm probably in Profound again. But for now, I'm just going to chill in here and make some currency in T8 and hopefully get back into Profound pretty quickly. Anywho, this video is actually pretty long, so I'll chuck this one out. This is the farming strategy that I'm doing, at least for right now, just because I want something that requires 0 brain power. and I can just plow on through. Use 10 deep space beacons. Five legendary medium talent points. Sure, buddy. But anyway, that's all I've got. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in a minute.